What's going on, everybody? This is Tim, aka Rishima, aka Static Boards. We're gonna dive right into this tutorial series. Despite the state of the game and the way stuff's going on right now, I still feel that it's pertinent enough to continue to teach as much as I can, and that's just what I'm gonna keep doing. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing I would suggest to do is in the description of this video, there is going to be a link to this right here. This is a folder that contains some really good map tools that you're going to need, and that will be your lifeline to making maps if you're trying to remain at zero cost to make maps. If you're willing to pay 40 or 45 bucks, I believe, and buy Dream Tech for grinds, that is something you can do. But I'll have to point you in the direction of somebody else for grinds because I didn't do Dream Tech, so I couldn't really help you with Dream Tech. But I do know how to do the grinds for free. So we'll be covering all that. So, like I said, if you just grab these three for now, you should be set. Shouldn't have to worry about anything. Um, so download the zip that I have through the link that I left in the description of the video, and that'll be the first thing you need. Second thing you need is, of course, Blender. Go to Google, type in Blender, or go to blender.org and download the newest Blender. I believe it's 2.9 point something, point 1 or point 2 or something. 2.91.2. I'm still on 2.90 all the way across the board, so it's not a huge deal. It doesn't matter the version as much. Unity does. Obviously, get the newest version you can. This one works great. It'll have the newest tools, obviously, which will be very great for anybody. So get the newest one. Once you download it, obviously install Blender. Now, like most things, you're going to install it to your program file folder, just like anywhere else. Like most games, you know. The reason I say that is because now that you have Blender and you have the tool pack that I put, this folder right here, it should be zipped up. You're going to copy this and go to your files. Okay. And in your files, you're going to want to go to wherever you installed Blender. So in my case, it's on a different drive, but it'll probably be on your C drive. You want to go to your program files. Blender Foundation is what the folder is called in your program files. So get to that. Then you're going to want to, in here, you probably just have this folder. You don't have a plugin folder. Probably. You might. If you have a plugin folder, great. If you don't, just right click, go new folder, make a plugin folder, capital P, spelled just like this with an S, plugins. Go in this folder, right click, and paste the zip file that you downloaded from the map tools in the video description. Copy that into this plugin folder. Once you copy it into here, you're good to go. Close that and close that for now. You know, keep that map tool folder though. All right, now it's almost good to go. We still got to get Blender set up, and then we'll be good to go. When you open up Blender, you should get this. You should always get this box that pops up in the middle. It might take a second first time because Blender has got to run a bunch of stuff. For now, we're just going to go right here to General. Boom. That's it. We're not going to really mess with the scene. This first little video, I just wanted to cover getting everything set up and ready to hit modeling. So, this... up here, we're going to go to Edit. We're going to go down to Preferences. And then once we go down to Preferences, you're going to want to go down to Addons and click Addons. And then you're going to want to go up here to Install. When you click Install, you should get this folder or box that pops up. You're going to want to navigate to the Blender folder that you just saved that pack in. So the Blender Foundation, program files, Blender Foundation, plugins, and there. This, you want to install that add-on. After you have that installed, I'm not going to do it because I already did it. After you have that installed, scroll down the list here and go to the S for Skater XL and make sure this is checked on, and then you're good to go. You don't have to do anything here. You don't have to touch any of this. Just make sure it's checked on and you're good to go. So now you have the XL add-on installed. We'll go over a lot of this stuff in the next video here, but I do want to show you now that you have it installed. You're like, okay, cool, I installed it. What do I do with it? Where is it? So there's a little arrow right here. Right there. This arrow basically opens up your transforms for objects. So like when you have like this cube, you can control stuff here with it. So like, and then the rotation and the location of it and stuff like that. That'll all be here. That'll be where you can get stuff from too for when you need to know information. There's a tool window here, which I don't really use that much. View window here, kind of similar, but does other things. And this is the Skater XL add-on. This is what we added. And here you have your grind splines, different audio cues. You got metal, concrete, and wood. Wood, I believe, defaults to concrete for some reason, or vice versa. I don't remember, but I never use wood. I use metal and concrete pretty much. Wood works for surfaces, and it works for grinding too, but it's really iffy. I don't know. The generate splines is how you're going to make your grinds. And then this is just some other stuff for working on grinds. You got your mesh loads, your collision shapes. You can make you can do all types of stuff with this. It's a really useful tool. I believe Squeegee Dino Toy made it. Don't quote me on that because he might have had help from others or he might have done it all himself. I don't really remember, but I do know I got it from him. So it's a very useful tool. Without it, I probably wouldn't be able to make half of the objects I make because I wouldn't know how to spline them, to be honest with you. But that's pretty much going to sum up the first video. That's going to get us all set up. The last thing I would do is go ahead and everything in this scene here, highlight it all, should just be a camera, a light, and a cube, which will be all three up here. You just go ahead and hit delete on your keyboard. Delete those, which I do have the keystrokes here to help out anybody that doesn't know hotkeys, stuff like that. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave this first video, just to keep it basic and simple. This was just set up. A lot of people don't even need to watch this. If you're brand new, this is going to be the first video you want to watch, the first video you want to get set up with. Also, if you're seasoned, you might need to come back to this to grab the folder itself down below. So just stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be the beginning of this video. So basically, you're going to save this file as we finish right now. And let's just call it sample. Oh, I don't know what apps means. Sample park for tutorial. That's what I'm going to call it. You can call yours whatever you want. Go ahead and just save it. It saves as a blend file because when we start the next tutorial, this is where we're going to pick up right on this because this is a series. So, but yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I know I might not be the best I don't know, teacher, I guess. I'm trying my best here, guys, but hopefully I can become of use, and these videos will get more in depth and more, a lot more faster pace here. It's just the setup process really has to be talked about because I feel a lot of people mess up stuff in the setup process, and later on they're asking me like, hey, I did this, but why isn't this working? Or I did that, and why doesn't that work? And a lot of it leads back to, well, you didn't put this here in the beginning, so now I really couldn't tell you what's going on over there, and it sucks because you want to help them, but at the same token, you're like, something's really messed because you didn't do something before. So the setup process is very specific. And if you get stuck or you have any questions or I didn't explain it right to you and you couldn't understand it, just hit me up, just message me. I can write it. I can do multiple ways to try to explain it to you. But we'll get through this series. Hopefully everybody can get something out of it. And yeah, See you guys in the next video.